Something feels different in the air around Thousand Oaks lately, doesn't it? As Rams fans, we have lived through the highest highs and the most aggressive trades, but right now, there is this heavy sense of uncertainty lingering over the franchise. We are coming off an NFC Championship appearance, yet the front office just made a move that has everyone questioning the immediate future of this Super Bowl window. Before we dive into what this means for our locker room, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Real Rams fans stay locked in when the stakes are high. The news that has sent shockwaves through the Ramley is the selection of Ty Simpson with the 13th overall pick. Think about where we were just a few months ago. We were literally one game away from the Super Bowl, and we finally held a top 15 pick, something we haven't seen in forever. This was the moment to add that final piece, that missing link to push Matthew Stafford over the top while he is still playing at an elite level. But instead of grabbing a playmaker who could burn defenses right now, Les Snead decided to look toward 2026. This isn't just a draft pick. It is a statement about how the front office views our current timeline. It feels like there is a hidden tension between trying to win today and preparing for the day Stafford hangs it up. Ty Simpson is talented, no doubt, but he doesn't catch passes or block pass rushers in 2024. This move has put the entire organization under a microscope. Why take a quarterback when the roster has holes that could be exploited by the 49ers or Lions in the playoffs? It makes you wonder what they are seeing behind the scenes that we aren't. Is there a concern about Stafford's longevity that they aren't telling us? Or is this just Les Snead being the calculated gambler he has always been? The fan base is split right down the middle because we all want that second ring for Stafford. But we also remember the dark years before Sean McVay arrived. The logic is that the Rams didn't have immediate needs, but that feels like a dangerous assumption in the NFL. Injuries happen, and depth is what wins championships in January. By taking Simpson, the Rams have effectively said they are comfortable with the status quo for this season. But if we fall short in a big moment, if a key player goes down, and we don't have the depth to recover, the fingers are going to point directly at this 13 overall selection. It is a bold move that defines the identity of this front office. They aren't afraid of the noise, and they certainly aren't afraid to go against the grain, even when the pressure is at an all-time high. It's truly wild now. Now, this is where things get truly emotional for those of us who bleed blue and gold. We have to talk about the opportunity cost of this decision. Imagine if we had taken a guy like Mekhi Lemon to provide that extra spark in the receiving corps. We've seen Konata Mumpfield step up in big spots, but wouldn't you feel more comfortable having an elite rookie prospect waiting to explode? If we find ourselves in another NFC Championship game and we are struggling to move the chains because of a lack of depth, the Ty Simpson pick is going to feel like a massive missed opportunity. This block is about the weight of expectation. We are not a rebuilding team. We are a win-now team with a legendary quarterback who is entering the twilight of his career. Every year we don't maximize Stafford's greatness feels like a year wasted. There's a specific kind of anxiety that comes with watching your rivals get stronger while your team bets on the future. The front office seems to believe this roster is already the best in football, and while that might be true on paper, the reality of the NFL is much harsher. We saw what happened in 2022 when the wheels fell off due to injuries. The concern here is that we are repeating history by not being aggressive enough to protect our star assets. If the offensive line struggles or if we need a game-breaking play, and it isn't there, we will all be looking at Ty Simpson on the sidelines and wondering what if. This is the risk Les Snead is taking. He is betting that the current roster is enough to win it all and that Simpson will be the bridge to the next era. It's a tightrope walk between being a contender and being a dynasty. The pressure on the young guys like McDuffie to deliver immediately is now 10 times higher, because there is no safety net. We are essentially asking our current stars to do more with less support from the draft. It creates this underlying tension in every game. Every throw Stafford makes, every hit he takes, feels more significant, because we know the team chose a future replacement over immediate protection. It is a heavy burden for a locker room to carry during a championship hunt. This is the reality. But this is where things change. This move is about the long-term survival of the Los Angeles Rams. We all remember the media vultures circling after 2021, claiming the Rams house was built on sand and that we would be irrelevant for a decade. They were wrong. Snead and McVay proved that they could stay competitive even when everyone else thought the window was closed. By drafting Ty Simpson, they are trying to ensure that the bottom never falls out again. But that's the biggest question. Can you really plan for 2026 when 2024 is right in front of you? This is a dramatic shift in philosophy. We used to be the team that traded every pick for proven stars. Now we are using premium picks on players who might not see the field for 2 years. It feels like the organization is evolving, but change is always scary. If Simpson becomes the next great Rams quarterback, Snead will look like a genius who saved the franchise from a painful rebuild. But if Stafford has an MVP caliber season and we lose in the divisional round because we lacked one more playmaker, the narrative will be devastating. It will be said that we failed our leader. That's the emotional looping we are stuck in as fans. We want the future to be bright, but we are desperate for the present to be legendary. The tension is palpable because we know how close we are. We aren't just looking for a winning season. We are looking for immortality. When you have a coach like Sean McVay, you expect to be in the hunt every single year. The Ty Simpson pick is an admission that they are thinking about the day McVay might not have Stafford under center. That is a hard reality to face. It makes every Sunday feel like a countdown. We are watching a masterclass in roster construction, but it feels like a high-stakes poker game where the Rams just put their biggest chips on a hand that won't be played for 2 more rounds. The drama is building because the margin for error has completely vanished. If everything goes right, we are geniuses. If one thing goes wrong, the critics will be louder than ever before. We are waiting. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this actually worries me. I really like the talent Simpson brings, but I can't help but feel a bit of heartbreak for Stafford. Think about what that man has given to this city and this jersey. He played through pain, he led us to a title, and he is still slinging it better than almost anyone in the league. To see the front office use a first-round pick on his successor instead of a weapon for him, it hurts. I think fans should pay attention to how this affects the chemistry. Players know when a team is all in and when they are looking past the current season. Now I trust Les Snead. He has earned our trust 1,000 times over. But this move feels different. It feels like a hedge. And in the NFL, hedging your bets can sometimes lead to missing out on the ultimate prize. I want to be optimistic. I want to believe that the roster is so deep and so talented that we didn't need that 13th pick to contribute right away. Gilberto Manzano giving us an A grade offers some comfort, but grades don't win playoff games. This could be incredible if it secures our future for the next decade, or this could become a problem that haunts us if this season ends in another almost. I keep going back to the trade for McDuffie. If he turns into a shutdown corner, maybe it balances out. But the spotlight is always on the quarterback. Every time Simpson takes a snap in practice, people are going to be talking about the transition. We have to stay united as a fan base, but it's okay to feel that bit of unease. We are in a unique position where we are both a top contender and a team building for the future. Most franchises have to pick one. The Rams are trying to do both, and it is the ultimate test of Sean McVay's coaching ability. I really hope I'm sitting here in February talking about how wrong I was to worry. I want to see Stafford lifting that trophy while Simpson watches and learns what it takes to be a champion. But until then, there's going to be this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. We are watching the most important season in recent memory unfold with a major what-if attached to it, truly. As we look toward the horizon, the story of the 2024 Los Angeles Rams is just beginning to be written, but the ink is already heavy with the weight of this decision. This wasn't just a draft pick. It was a pivot point for the entire franchise. Whether Ty Simpson becomes the face of the future or a symbol of a missed opportunity is something only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the pressure inside that building has never been higher. Les Snead has placed a massive bet on the current roster's ability to win it all without reinforcements from the top of the draft. It is a gamble that will define his legacy and the final chapters of Matthew Stafford's career. The air of uncertainty isn't going away anytime soon. It will follow us into every game, every third down conversion, and every playoff matchup. We are standing on the edge of something potentially legendary, but the path is narrower than it was before. What do you think, Rams fans? Did Snead make the right call by securing the future, or did he leave Stafford out to dry in a championship window? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you feel the same tension I do, or do you have full faith in the vision? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on everything happening with the Rams. We are in this together through the wins and the uncertainty. Horns up, this is our house.